Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, with every season reloaded, we get a new raid, and with a new raid, we get new story, and this season was no exception to that. However, it was a little bit different. Pretty much every season reloaded so far, we got about 3 to 4 minutes of cutscenes, about 2 minutes at the beginning, 2 minutes at the end, and it would progress forward the story of the overall Modern Warfare universe. This season was an exception to that because the cutscenes were a little bit shorter. Now, does that mean there is no story to break apart and dive into here? No, it absolutely does not. But what it does mean is we have to dive a little bit deeper into the nitty-gritty, discussing what exactly is going on in this raid and what it means moving forward. This raid was kind of seemingly a middle section between just telling the story of Task Force 141 and the joining of a new character, or I guess technically an old character, Hadir Karim, Farah's brother. It's an emotional one, and it's one that we're going to fully pick apart in this video. Essentially, this is the full story of Season 3 Reloaded, but also the return of Hadir.
He wants us to join him, or turn back. That's the message.
I have a message for him.
Pretty sure I know what that means.
I'll fucking kill him. Hadir!
Farah,
Hadir!
slow down. He's not here, Farah. He went forward.
So this cutscene takes off directly after the second raid. During the second raid, we see that someone has taken a warhead, and we find out when Alex joins the crew that it is none other than Hadir Karim, Farah's brother. And he sends a message, and the reason why he didn't kill Alex is he wanted to tell Task Force 141 that he wanted to work together, using the warhead essentially against the Russians. Now, the reason why this entire cutscene is so dramatic and Farah is so mad is the last time that Farah saw Hadir, he was committing war crimes.
Tailgate quickly! I'll cover us!
Russian gas?
Yes! And now we send it back to the Russians! The gas masks are in the bucket! Come quickly!
And after this, Hadir was tracked down by Task Force 141 and brought into custody. However, he was not kept by Task Force 141, but rather handed over to the Russians. And inside a Russian prison, he was presumably freed by the Zakhaevs.
That was the father. This is the son, Victor.
Lovely family.
They're big fans of Hadir's.
Well, that would explain why he's still alive.
They're gonna get him out.
And we presume that they absolutely did. However, with the fall of the Zakhaevs, quite literally at the end of the Warzone 1 story, it leaves a power vacuum within Russia. But we'll get to that. For now, let's get back to Farah's emotions.
He's not here, Farah. He went forward.
With the warhead.
I'm afraid so. We need to find him.
First things first, we need to relay all this to Laswell and work on our exfil. I can find us a signal.
Good call. Check in when you have comms.
Will do. Good luck.
You too, Gaz. On you, Commander.
So Gaz leaves the group to go relay the information to Kate Laswell to tell her that there's been a warhead taken by Hadir. However, Hadir wants to meet up and figure out what is going on with everything. So for the rest of the raid, you are going through this facility trying to follow Hadir and figure out what the heck is going on and potentially capture him once again. But by the time you get to the end of the raid, he has the upper hand.
He's down! We clear?
Negative. Room's weak. High-speed fuse. Charges on the walls. We gotta move. It's locked.
Hadir!
Fire! Check fire! Charges safe? No threat.
Drop your weapons! All of you now!
All right. Put it down.
شكرا اختي.
So essentially what's going on in this cutscene, I'll keep this part short, is that Hadir has set a trap so that our characters were stuck and forced to talk to him when they finally met. He armed a room with a bunch of C4s and told them to drop their weapons. Now, one thing that a lot of people are confused about in this cutscene is we all assumed that Hadir was none other than Khalid al-Assad. And when you look at Hadir, he doesn't look like Khalid al-Assad. He's not wearing the glasses. He does not have the beard. There's a lot of things that aren't similar between the two. But if you go into their backstories, what you can see is that they are very similar. Both of them held in Russian prisons, both of them released by the Zakhaevs. It is staggering how much of this information between the two characters is similar. So just because he doesn't have a beard here, I don't think it means he is not Khalid al-Assad. I actually think that's something that we're going to figure out more probably in the next season. But for now, it does appear as though, at least looks-wise, they are different characters. So we will put that one aside for this video. However, what I wanted to talk about is what Hadir wants to talk to Task Force 141 about. As we know, they did somewhat work together within Modern Warfare 2019, but all of a sudden, he went extremist. He started to be the leader of Al-Qatala. He stole fluorine gas and used it against the Russians. And all in all, because of Roman Barkov, he hates Russia. Essentially, if you don't know his backstory, he was taken at a very young age, held within a Russian prison by Roman Barkov, tortured, captured, very, very horribly. And when he escaped, he became an extremist, trying to stop the Russians from invading Urzikstan. So then at the end of Modern Warfare 2019, he goes to Russian prison. He is then freed by the Zakhaevs. All of a sudden, he has somewhat of an allegiance to these Russian characters. However, at the end of Warzone, when those Russian characters die, he is now free to once again go fighting Russians. So what is the one big thing we currently know about Russians within Modern Warfare 2? Well, here's your answer.
Who is he?
Makarov.
So now that the Russians have a new leader, or at least the ultranationalists do, and we now have Hadir, who hates the Russians, seemingly what he is going to be talking to us about is how we can stop Makarov. And I'm assuming in Season 4 Reloaded, when we get the next raid, he is going to have new and more information on the Russians, and specifically Makarov. Now, what's interesting to me is history is almost repeating itself, but in a different way. If we go back to the original Modern Warfare 2, there was a mission called Enemy of My Enemy. And check out this line from that mission.
Makarov, you ever hear the old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Christ, one day you're going to find that cuts both ways.
Well, I think what we're going to find with this story is our enemy, in other words, Makarov's enemy, who is Hadir, might just end up being our friend come Season 4 Reloaded. I could definitely see that storyline taking place, but how it'll work out and what it means moving forward, I don't know. But like I said at the beginning, it seems as though the cutscene that we got within Season 3 Reloaded is kind of filling a gap between the main story of Task Force 141 and the new story of Vladimir Makarov all kind of come together. And that filler is none other than Hadir. So that's the story we have for now. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe, turn notifications on. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard.